What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Insane Applejacks, and I just got finished with my box opening for Applejacks. But yeah, while I was doing that, I actually had an idea because I started talking about Saturday cartoons. And actually, cereal is one of the main key factors in the Saturday cartoon formula. So then, I recently had revisited actually getting up at the ungodly hour of 7 o'clock in the morning, and then on a Saturday on top of that, and actually tried to watch Saturday cartoons. So I'm basically here sitting up here like, wow, this is crazy. It's hella different from when I was like young. Because basically the Saturday cartoons that we remember are now not of the same caliber. Or not the quality of the shows completely, but the quality of the way the networks do it. So I'm just here to talk about this as the cartoonist about how we should preserve Saturday cartoons and what they actually mean to, like, the world-ish, maybe. If you want to take it that far. I don't know. So basically, Saturday cartoons are the way of networks actually providing programming for children back in the day when networks didn't actually run cartoons all day or didn't have set blocks like that. This was like a starting era of them getting cartoon formulated into a mainstream networking audience. So that way they could advertise to children and then also advertise to their parents through the commercial breaks, with them watching it more often than instead of them just having to sit there and watch programs that their parents would usually enjoy. So, and I got my Apple Jacks here. I'll take a sip in a sec. But yeah, this was basically a way of moving forward in advertisement ranks. Now, it seems like as time moved on further and further and networks actually started establishing set cartoon blocks, that the cartoon business became bigger and bigger, while its familiar start started to fade away a little bit because it started becoming more important in main media that Saturdays weren't the only time, and it made it seem like, well, what's the point of making this one day seem so cool? I mean, sure, we don't have to go to school and we can watch cartoons for most of the day, but hell, I mean, it's nothing special. So, sorry about that. So, as time drifted along, this phase kept going further and further until networks like Nickelodeon, Disney, or Cartoon Network, whatever you prefer, and that was just a list of few of them, start to make 24-hour cartoon networks, which actually sit up here and deliver the demand of children or delivered, depending on your opinion of the current networks, by showing cartoons on a non-stop loop. So basically, these networks started eradicating the true definition of Saturday cartoons because for a while it still did have a meaning. But as time went by, with these networks growing more and more popular and more attainable to people, it was like, well, yeah, really, I don't see the point now. Because with some networks now, what they're doing with their Saturday cartoons, it's just something that a network would show on a day-to-day basis, and it's the same episode, or it's an episode a few hours earlier than what it would actually show on that network. So, pretty much, it's just something really like, at this point. Like, why get up at this hour? But, at the same time, it's such an innovative way of actually showing cartoons and having it at this way, because Saturday, in my opinion, is one of the days that is focused around laziness or being pretty chill and just letting go the cares of the world. And Saturday cartoons actually embody that by sitting up here and being a true phrase of, yeah, just chill. And to an extent, I feel like they deserve better treatment, such as more exclusive episodes or like more extended period. I know it wouldn't just be Saturday morning cartoons at that point, because 12 o'clock is usually the cutoff and whatever. But it's just like, well, I mean, they kind of were the pioneers. You could at least like loop the episodes, because at the same time, cartoon stations also noticed this, and they put new blocks they want to put out there, usually on Saturdays at this little schedule, like 7 to 12. But it's like one of the most dangerous schedules to actually put things on now, because the audiences that are usually interested in it are either too young to make their own decisions and get dragged along into places, so therefore they don't watch the programming, are either people that can't get up for the programming because of all that, or the people that actually catch the programming are so few in numbers that it doesn't even matter at that point. And that's why we have cartoons that people sit up here like, well, we need more of that, but people can't actually get up here and actually watch it because of jumpy schedules, and then you put it on ungodly hours. I mean, it's just time for a re-renderment or a better schedule for it to an extent. And I think it's just been time for that for a minute, because at the same time, in this world where everybody's like, well, I don't need to watch that show or support it on TV. I can just sit up here and stream it, or I can watch it here. Because it's like everything's about the fast and the now, that it's to the point where people don't realize that by doing that, you sit up here and, well, that's the reason why you have to sit up here months later talking about hashtag bring back this show, and then you never see the ending of whatever you wanted it to be. So I was just putting this out there as thoughts. This was something that was running through my head after doing a little Applejacks video, so I was like, yeah, whatevs. Might as well do it while I'm sitting here. So, sorry about just going on about that. It's your boy, so to conclude this, your boy Insane Applejacks, the cartoonist, will be hitting you with all this information, like I said in the last video with my Twitch and stuff. I just recently got back into streaming on a decent schedule-ish, I guess you could say. I'm about to make my schedule sometime this week. I've just been doing odd hours, but yeah. All my links are down below for my Facebook, Twitter, the Twitch, and you're on my YouTube. So if you like this video, please subscribe, like, fave, do all that junk. Please share it and tell your friends. Get them in on this conversation. I mean, if you leave enough comments and then tell me this, we might even be able to sit up here and just do like a back and forth convo and have a second video where my thoughts are actually like put together and well organized. Because at the moment I was sitting here like, well, I should write it down, but then another part of me was like, well, if I write it down, then it's not going to just come out and be bursting like, well, this is what I think and this is what it's done and this is all this. It would have just been like, well, this is what it has done for us. And so it wouldn't have been as heartfelt, if you feel me. So once again, sorry for about that rambling, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next video.